Have you ever truly understood what emptiness means in Buddhism? Have you wondered why the Diamond Sutra, especially Chapter 4, is praised as a key to unlocking the chains of suffering and illusion? Welcome back, friends. It's a joy to have you join us again on this path of learning, reflection, and awakening. Today, we're going to dive deep into one of the most profound teachings in Mahayana Buddhism, the Diamond Sutra, and more specifically, the fourth chapter's concise yet earth-shattering verse. This teaching has shaped the lives of countless practitioners across generations, yet its true meaning often remains elusive to even the most devoted seekers. This is not just a lecture. It's an exploration into your own mind and heart. As we unravel the meaning of these teachings, you may discover that the truth they point to has been within you all along, covered by layers of conceptual thinking, emotional grasping, and mistaken identity. Let's begin with the verse itself, the single line that echoes like thunder through centuries of Dharma. All dharmas are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow, like dew and lightning. Thus should one view them. You might have heard these words before. You might even have them memorized. But have you felt them? Have you lived them? Let's take a step back. The Diamond Sutra is part of the Prajnana Paramita, or a perfection of wisdom's texts, the vast collection of Mahayana sutras that emphasize the nature of emptiness. The core idea is that everything we experience is empty of inherent existence. That doesn't mean things don't exist at all. It means they don't exist independently, permanently, or in the way we habitually perceive them. Chapter 4 focuses specifically on the concept of no-selves, that the person who practices generosity and the recipient and the act of giving itself are all empty of fixed identity. This is revolutionary, because so much of our suffering comes from the belief in a fixed self. We believe we are a me who owns my feelings, who has a story, who must protect this fragile identity at all costs. And from that belief springs conflict, anxiety, desire, fear, jealousy, and endless striving. What the Diamond Sutra offers is a sword, not a sword of violence, but a sword of clarity, a sword that cuts through the illusion of self and shows us what lies beyond. But here's the trick. You can't understand emptiness intellectually. You have to see it directly. And to see it, you must first learn how not to see with ordinary eyes. Let's use a metaphor. Imagine your life as a movie. The people in it, the emotions, the triumphs, the tragedies, all projected onto a screen. You're so absorbed in the drama that you forget it's just light and shadow. You think you are the character, but one day, something shifts. You pause. You realize, oh wait, might watching this, I'm not in it. This moment is what the Diamond Sutra points to. Let's make it even more real. You're angry. Someone betrayed you. You feel it in your body's tight chest, clenched fists. The story plays on repeat in your mind. A pause. Where is the anger? Your body, in your thoughts, in your memories. Look closer. What if the anger is not yours? What if it's just a temporary cloud passing through the open sky of awareness? You don't need to suppress it. You don't need to act it out. Just see it. It comes, goes. It's empty. Not meaningless, but empty of a fixed, permanent, separate self. That's the freedom the Diamond Sutra offers. One Zen master said, emptiness is not nothing. Emptiness is everything seen clearly. Now, why does this matter? Because when you understand this, you become unshakable. Life doesn't stop hurting, but you stop being tracked. You still feel love, but without clinging. You still feel grief, but without collapse. You still work, but without echo. You live fully, but lightly. There's a story of a monk who had lost his family in a war. He was broken, unable to eat or sleep. His teacher handed him a copy of the Diamond Sutra and said, "Read chapter 4 every day, not to escape your pain, but to understand it." He did. First, it felt like nonsense, old, abstract, but he kept going. On the 108th day, he suddenly saw his grief was not a punishment, but a weight. It was a cloud, wave. It rose, it peaked, it passed, and in that moment he wept not from sorrow, but from real ease. He said, "My family is gone, but I'm free." This is the power of seeing reality as it is. And chapter 4, with its emphasis on no self, is the key. The Buddha is not denying experience. He is revealing the illusion of the experiencer. In other words, you suffer not because things happen, but because you believe they are happening to you, a solid, fixed self. Once that illusion collapses, freedom enters. But beware, the ego will resist this with everything it has. It will say, "If I'm not real, nothing matters." But that's not true. It's not that nothing matters. It's that everything becomes sacred. Because without the filter of egos, you see the world not as a battlefield, but as a miracle. Each moment, fresh. Each person, unique. Each breath, the gift. You become humble because you are not the center. You become compassionate because there's no separation. You become fearless because there's no one to protect. Let's go deeper. In the verse, the Buddha compares phenomena to dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows, dew, and lightning. By so many metaphors, because each captures a different aspect of emptiness. Dream real while it lasts, vanishing upon waking. Illusion appearing but lacking substance. Baba, beautiful but delicate and gone in an instant. Shadow dependent on light and form, but not solid. Fresh and fleeting, melting with the sun. Light in brilliant, striking, but gone before you blink. Together, these metaphors train the mind to loosen its grip, not to detach out of coldness, but to engage with wisdom. Mother can still love her child deeply, even while knowing that both are empty. A businessman can still work with passion, even while knowing the success is impermanent. Student can still study hard, even while knowing the grades don't define them. Emptiness doesn't negate life. Liberates it. There's a reason Zen teachers often return to the Diamond Sutra when their students get stuck. Because it doesn't offer answers. Points beyond questions. Beyond self. Beyond grasping. Beyond fear. So how do you live this teaching? Not by reciting it mindlessly, but by applying it moment by moment. When you feel anger, see its emptiness. When you feel pride, see its emptiness. When you feel fear, see its emptiness. Not to deny your humanity, but to reclaim your freedom. You are not the emotion. You are not the thought. You are the awareness in which they rise and dissolve. This is not a belief. It is a direct experience. The Diamond Sutra is your mirror. It shows you what you are not, so you can remember what you truly are. And what are you? Not a name, not a story, not a body, not a history. You are the space, the silence, the witness. You are awareness itself. And in that recognition, all suffering begins to dissolve. So, dear friend, as you move through your day, carry this teaching in your heart. All dharmas are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow, like dew and lightning. Thus should one view them. Let it guide your responses. Let it soften your judgments. Let it illuminate your path. And most importantly, let it free you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this teaching touched you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share how the Diamond Sutra or the teaching of emptiness has affected your life. And if you're just beginning, tell us how you plan to start integrating this wisdom into your daily practice. Thank you for watching this video.